Hi, Jeffrey here. Wanted to invite you to draw with me today. I'm working on this drawing of the building Cologne Cathedral. In the upper right-hand corner shows the reference image I'm using to help me draw, and I'm zooming in on the portion that I'm drawing today. I basically zoom in as far as I can until I can see individual pixels. And then with hand-eye coordination, I draw each pixel. Each pixel is almost a different color than the surrounding adjacent pixels. So that means every time I draw a pixel, I basically draw a dot using my color pencil that is closely correlates to the color in the reference image. And then I switch pencils to another different color and then draw the next dot nearby. As of today, which is July 12th, 2024, I've spent about 168 hours on this drawing so far. I would say I'm about maybe 25% complete the drawing. And since I work full-time, I spend about an hour drawing every day. So there are several reasons why I chose to draw this building. One of them is that I've actually wanted to draw it since I was in high school. I was studying art history, and I believe this was one of the buildings that kind of caught my attention. And I like Gothic architecture because it's very complex and has a lot of detail, which kind of relates to my style. And so that's one reason why I want to draw this building. And another reason why I want to draw this building is because I had just completed my drawing of the building Milan Cathedral, and that was my longest drawing to date. And that building took over 400 hours to draw, and I also tried to add as much detail as possible, but I didn't really realize that I could potentially draw every pixel until I was, partway through that drawing. I had kind of decided to always want to draw as much detail as possible in my drawings, but for that drawing in particular, had a lot of detail and statues and those types of things, so I felt like I wanted to try to push how much detail I could add. And I kind of reached like an aha moment where I realized that all this time throughout my drawings, I've been always adding detail, but never really quantified exactly how much detail I was adding compared to the reference image I was looking at. And I would kind of vaguely add, as much detail, but not really to the level of pixels, but pretty close to that. And for some reason, I never realized that maybe I could try to draw each pixel if the image was a high enough quality. So luckily, I found a high quality image of Cologne Cathedral, and then decided this time to try to draw every pixel from the beginning of the drawing. And so I started by kind of mapping out the scale of the drawing on my paper, and then I began to draw an outline. And from there, once I had a rough outline of the large elements such as the towers, the walls, the roof, I then decided to just start trying to draw. So I have my reference image up on my computer screen, and then I look at it, zoom in as I showed you in the beginning of this video to where I can see a pixel, and then try to sharpen my pencils as much as I can and draw that pixel as close as I can on my paper. The tricky thing about drawing in this manner is that the more pixels in, or the more you draw, the less likely that it'll be accurate in terms of scale and proportions to the reference image, and that's because I'm not tracing or, doing that. So occasionally what I have to do is every couple pixels I have to use a ruler or some type of measuring tool to compare with my reference image, and then look back and forth between them, make sure the proportions are close enough, and make sure things aren't starting to lean too much in one direction or another, because you have to be very careful, because that's how the drawing starts to become disproportional and starts to lose its reality, I guess. I would also like to apologize. Occasionally, as I drew, the camera kind of became out of focus. I think because it was trying to focus on my hand for some reason. But I tried my best to make sure that didn't happen. And like I said, I kind of made this video because I had received some requests to make more, not so much time-lapse, but more real-time videos of me drawing. The only problem with doing that is because they just take so long and the files get so huge. So it's hard to make them. And it's also, I only have one camera for drawing, so it's hard to record a time-lapse. It's either I record a time-lapse or I record a real-time video, not both at the same time. Now, you'll probably notice as I'm drawing, I'm pausing a lot, and that's because I have to find where I am in the reference image and then look with my eyes and then compare with my location. I am kind of like an XY space on the paper to where my pencil is in my hand, and then draw the appropriate pixel. This video is obviously not meant to be very flashy or exciting. It's just kind of giving you a snippet of a day in the life, I guess, of me drawing. And this video, I'll make this video about 10 minutes. So this is how much progress I make on this drawing of Cologne Cathedral in about 10 minutes time. If you've made it this far, I'm curious to know, for my subscribers and also new viewers, and just viewers, I guess, what types of videos you would like me to make. I wanted to make this channel mainly to show my process sped up, so it's not as boring and it's more, you can see how much effort is into these drawings, but also can see a finished project within a relatively reasonable amount of time. But yeah, you're more than welcome to let me know what types of videos you want me to make, and I'll try to make them. Like I said, it's a little hard because I also work full-time, so I don't have a whole lot of time to devote to making these types of videos. And I also have a list of things that I would like to make as well, so I have to balance all these things. But like I said, feel free to, if you are also interested in drawing and would like to learn or something, feel free to draw along with me to this video. Hopefully this video gives more insight into my process and also what it's like to draw, I guess, such a intricate structure. You'll also notice, as I'm narrating this, I'm noticing that occasionally I may accidentally switch to the wrong pencil and not the correct color, because I'm kind of trying to, I'm not perfect by any means, and I'm also trying to kind of save time here and there. So sometimes I look quickly at the pencil I thought I was getting, but then notice that it's the wrong one. So I know this video is called Draw With Me and it has today's date, but that doesn't really imply that I'll be making these daily, because like I said, I don't have time to do that. This was kind of just an experiment in my content to see what people think of this type of content, or me uploading these occasionally. I mostly upload shorts, if you pay attention, like short videos kind of showing my progress really quickly. And most of them are time-lapse, not really real-time. But if you want, you can pay attention to those. I also try to present those in different ways as well. One of the problems with making drawings that take so long as I do is that content can get kind of boring or repetitive, because I spend so much time one drawing at a time that it's not like I'm making different things daily or anything like that. So I have to find unique ways to present the same content. And I'm still thinking I have a couple ideas of how I can do that. If you also have any ideas of ways I could present the content in unique ways, let me know. I'd be happy to try to incorporate them. But yeah, I think that about wraps up this video. If you enjoy the content that I make, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you. Have a great day.